Lucy. I'm going to read a story with you today. It's called Orange Oliver, the kitten who wore glasses. They had a large room in the barn all to themselves. Of course, most of the time they spent outdoors, but the barn room was where they ate. They slept there too on a big pile of hay in one corner. Linda, the farm little girl who would bring them bowls of warm milk to drink, that is most of the time. Once in a while, Linda's father would let all of the kittens march into the barn where the cows were kept. They would squirt milk on the kittens right from the cow. The kittens stood up on their hind legs as the milk came in long, white, thin lines. Oliver's brothers and sisters knew just where to stand to catch the milk. But when Oliver's turn came, he didn't seem to know quite where to be. Sometimes the milk splashed in front of him, and by the time he realized it, his brothers and sisters had licked it all up. Sometimes the milk went all over his face, and his mother would have to lick him clean. After this happened a few times, Linda's father said, "How stupid Oliver is. I think we'll have to give him away." But Linda said, "Oh no, father. Oliver's the only orange kitten we have. We can't give him away." "Well," said Linda's father, "orange or not, he seems to be pretty silly to me. Let's wait and see how he turns out." There were so many things to delight a kitten. Warm sunshine to play in, trees to sharpen claws on, birds and bugs to chase, but never to catch. One of Oliver's brothers spied a grasshopper jumping through the air. Soon all of the kittens began jumping after him. Oliver jumped too, but at the very first jump, he tripped over a clump of buttercups. Here he is. Now a parade of all the farm animals marched by, proudly led by the big rooster. All the kittens lined up and marched. Oliver joined the parade too and marched right into a mud puddle. Linda saw him fall and ran to pick him up. "Poor kitty," she said. "Didn't you see the puddle?" The next day, when his brothers and sisters went outside, Orange Oliver stayed rolled up in the corner of his room. He didn't want to go out at all because he knew that he would stumble, fumble, or fall while the other kittens jumped and played. Oliver was very sad. His mother came to see what he was doing. Orange Oliver looked and saw her coming towards him. But Oliver, she looked like this to Oliver. She tried to get Oliver to go outside, but Oliver didn't want to go. So his mother went alone to see the other kittens. After supper that evening, all the kittens were napping, and Orange Oliver, who had not been outside all day, decided to go for a walk. But instead of going outside, he walked by mistake into the big room where the cows were. And Linda's father saw him and said, "Oliver, you already had your supper. Go back to your room." Oliver looked around to find out where the voice had come from, but he couldn't tell. "Oliver," shouted Linda's father, "now go back to your room." By this time, Orange Oliver was so confused that he jumped right under a cow and almost got stepped on. Oliver was very frightened. Then he felt something lifting him up gently. It was Linda. But Linda's father had come over and said, "Well, that settles it. Oliver must be given away. I told you he was the stupidest kitten." Linda said, "Oh no, father. I've been thinking about the way Orange Oliver misses the milk, and the afternoon he fell in the mud puddle, and I think Orange Oliver needs glasses." "Glasses?" shouted Linda's father. "Who ever heard of a kitten who needs glasses?" "Well," said Linda, "who ever heard of people wearing glasses until they were invented?" So they decided to take Orange Oliver to the optometrist. "Hello, Linda," said the optometrist, whose name was Dr. Eyebrow. He was a very tall man and he wore a white robe. Now, Linda, what seems to be the trouble? Your eyes bothering you, eh? Can't read your books for too long? We'll fix that. Just sit down. Linda answered, "You don't understand, Dr. Eyebrow. My eyes are all right. It's all Orange Oliver who needs glasses." Look at him right there. He's so tiny. Like that, Lucy? "Oliver," exclaimed Dr. Eyebrow, "I never heard of a cat needing glasses, but Oliver does," replied Linda. And she told her doctor all about the things Oliver could never seem to do right, and how he almost got stepped on by a cow. "Well," said the doctor, "maybe Oliver does need glasses." Dr. Eyebrow thought for a moment and said, "But Linda, how can we test his eyes? All I have is alphabet charts and different sizes of letters. Surely Oliver can't read." "Oh dear," said Linda, "I never thought of that." Now it was Linda's turn to think. Soon she whispered something in the doctor's ear. "That's a wonderful idea, Linda," said Dr. Eyebrow. I have just the pictures. You and Orange Oliver sit down. I'll be right back in a minute." Dr. Eyebrow left the office and soon returned with an armful of pictures of all kinds of birds. He said, "Linda, you stand here by Oliver. Hold this card over his right eye." And Linda did that, and Dr. Eyebrow held up a picture of a tiny sparrow. "Now, Oliver," he said, "look here." Oliver gazed blankly at the wall behind the doctor. Then Dr. Eyebrow put up many pictures on the wall. They were of all kinds of sizes of birds, but Orange Oliver just wasn't interested at all. Finally, Dr. Eyebrow put the last picture he had. It was a picture of a big, proud eagle. Oliver saw it. He leaped off his chair and he ran over to the picture, saying, "Meow, meow." "Well," said the doctor, "now we're getting somewhere." Dr. Eyebrow went over to the large chest of drawers and took out a pair of glasses. He put them on Oliver. Oliver didn't like them at first, but then he saw how clearly everything looked. He was amazed to see Linda so clearly, and the doctor too. When Oliver came home, everybody was surprised to see him with his new glasses. His mother and other kittens and Linda's father all gathered around to see him. Oliver was overjoyed because he had never seen everyone so clearly. Look how happy he is. And that's the end. They had to tie the glasses on him. Well, I hope you all liked that story, Orange Oliver. It's by Robert Lasson and Chuck Hayden. It was from quite a while ago, so I don't even know if it's still out there. But I hope you enjoyed it. Bye from Pink Bunny Girl. Lucy, can you say goodbye? We'll read another story another night.
We have 7 other cats, so
maybe a different cat.
All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Lily and her mom out.
And Lucy, bye-bye.